So the governor was shouted on both of them, and after then they went away from there. Miss Stephens and the Jackson away from there and want to be find out the Yvonne. So the governor sat back and lit the cigarette. It had been a beautifully light plan. However, it was carelessness of Ivan to leave the question paper behind. The governor hoped to get the Evans back with the help of the clues. Superintendent Carter informed him that McClary had spotted Evans driving off Long Elsford Way, but had lost him at the Hampton roundabout. He must have doubt back into the city. The governor said that he might be on his way to the Newbury. He asked Carter if they had managed to get the McClary to hospital all right. Carter replied that he was in the Redcliffe then. A few minutes later, the governor ran to the Redcliffe and inquired about the person who had came there in the ambulance from the Elsford way. But they denied that when we take the ambulance there, no one is there. So he understood that that McClary was a fraud person. So he inquired in the Newberry throughout the afternoon, proceed nothing. By tea time, everyone in the prison knew that what had happened. Evans had imprisoned McClary and stayed in. After a gentle stroll around the center of the Clipping Norton, Evans returned to the Golden Lion Hotel. A smart new hat concentrated on his hair. His chin was sort of red because of the bread that he had to stick with the plasters. He gave instruction to the receptionist, smiled at her, and went to his room. He was shocked to find the governor was sitting on his narrow bed. So, what happened? The governor told Evans that it was useless to try anything. He had got men all around the place, women too. Ivan was visibly shaken. He confused that the correction slip had ruined him. Slowly, very slowly, Evans relaxed. He began to talk about the plan. They could fix any hotel. The really important thing was for the phone to ring just before the exams finished. They could get the prison officer out of the way from the couple of a minute. The correction slip provided a name of the hotel and exactly time the exam started. Evans asked the governor how did he know which Golden Lion Hotel it was. Governor said that he used the same method. Index number 313, center number 271, the six-figure reference 313 oblique 271 lands one bang to middle of the tippling Norton. So that is why he find out like that. So governor arrested him and he wants to take him back. The governor and then asked him to be knowledge of the German and how to got all the blood to pour over his head. Now the Evans started how he was come out from the jail, all the things he said to the governor. So the governor asked him, "How can how from where you get the blood that you pour on your head when you come to my office? That I am the McClary and the Evans was escaped like that." So Ivan planned how they had used a little rubber ring for the piles for it. Remember that when the Stephens checked the bag of the McClary, at the time McClary have just a ring, and he said that I am suffering from the piles, so that is why I am sitting on this type of rubber. So on that rubber there is a pig blood and mixed 3.8% trisodium citrate to stop its clotting. The governor shook his head in reluctant admiration. They walked down the stairs. Ivan said that he had many friends, though he had to no visitors or letters. He always had a German teacher. The governor said he was from the technical college. Ivan seems to enjoy all this. He asked if they had checked it. The receptionist told the governor that the van was outside. The silent prison officer handcuffed the recaptured Ivan. Then the two men sat on the back seat of the prison van. Ivan said that O-level Italian classes were coming up the next September. The governor said that perhaps he might not be with them. Ivan pondered over it and thought that he wouldn't. As a prison van turned right to the Clipping Norton on the Oxford Road, the silent police officer unlocked the handcuff. He leaned towards the driver and asked him to move on fast. The driver inquired the board Scott Ascent where they should make for. Ivan suggested going to the New Delhi. Ivan had the last laugh and he escaped from the prisons once again. So this is the story, and this is the interesting story of the Dexter, that how a person come out from the jail.